Hello. Can you guys hear me? I gotta fix this. It's been a while. I can't even say that I really even know where we're at on this project. But we're gonna figure it out. I haven't really even touched a sewing machine in like 3 weeks. I finished that purple outfit, which was quick. And then the rest was hand sewing. And then we're on vacation for a week. It has been a while. Hey, Reese. Hi, Rowena. I'm okay. Tired for some reason. Well, I know the reason. The kids, summer, all of the things. We're actually going to a birthday party today, so I probably only have about an hour or so. I'm just tired. Hi, Katie. We are working on the dress we were all sewing, and then I went on vacation. All of the things happened, kind of threw us off, so I just pulled it out. I didn't have a whole lot of time to like prep. I am not even that sure where we are with this. I know last time we made pretty decent progress with the bodice front. And now we kind of need the bodice back. So it's this one. Hey, Sugar. Hey, Christy. So it's this one. We have everything cut out but the skirt because it's 2 rectangles. So I was trying to think of where we should start today. This is where we left off what I had for mine. And so it goes like that. So this is the bodice front. And we need to be working on the bodice back. I have my marks on here for those faux buttons because it doesn't get buttonholes. Let's see where we are. This is the lower bodice back, which is piece 4. Oh, that's cool, Christy. Reese, that's been me. I did clean my sewing room like when we first returned from vacation, and then it took me like days to unpack and do laundry. And now I'm thinking about setting up a clothesline in the backyard because the kids are changing clothes so many times a day between like swimming and getting wet and going out to play. And then they're allergic to every kind of grass. So when they come in, they have to shower and change clothes. And then they may decide an hour later that they want to go back out. So trying to keep up with the laundry's been a thing. Trying to keep up with the house has been a thing. So, and then today, of course, on Sunday, a birthday party. I'm gonna grab my scissors. So I kind of want to let's do some simple parts today. We can do the back, let's collar, sleeves, and see what happens. So the front, we're kind of good on. That's the front. I'll make sure this is plugged up. I don't even think, literally have not touched a sewing machine in weeks. I'll move this so you guys can see what I'm working on. Has anybody like continued to work on the pattern on their own? All right, that came on. And then I have this dark blue thread. I need to go shopping. Like I don't have threads. I have zippers, but not colors or sizes I need. I want to go check out Michael's and see what they have. I just got the email a couple of days ago. They sent out saying like, I guess they're partnered with, they took over Joann's, so they have Joann's fabric online. And I had some white thread. There it is. Of course it is. So I'm like running out of all of the things. Your dog shredded his sugar. That is so crazy. Well, we haven't been moving that fast at all. And what's so crazy is this is dress. None of my little I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Like, I'm one of those weird people who, like, Monday is a thing. Monday is when I, like, start my life fresh, and I'm gonna do the things and get organized. I'm gonna sit and do July's budget and all of the things. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow a little bit. Hopefully I'm not too tired from, they're going to a swimming party today that's from like 4 to 8. And so I'm kind of sick of the pool, kind of sick of the heat. I did go out, so I did put on the purple outfit, and I didn't just put it on. I actually went out with a couple of my girlfriends. It was that Friday night. I was home by 10 at the latest. I had 2 drinks, and I can tell I'm getting old because the way my body is still trying to process 2 drinks is crazy. And I don't do like mixers. Like, I had vodka on the rocks because I feel like whenever I add like sodas, or like I'll do like a club soda, that's fine, but like juices or anything with too much sugar, then that's usually where the hangover comes from. So I had 2 drinks and I still feel like crap. Yes, we're all so tan. Like, oh my God, the kids are so the kids are peeling. They're starting to heal a little bit. And I'm one of those sunscreen moms. Like, I'm not gonna lie, for myself, I'm a Hawaiian tropic girl. But for the kids, I'm constantly doing the sunscreen, and they are burned. That Florida sun hits a little bit different. But they had such a good time, and so I'm really happy with that. So now I'm cutting the notches in the sleeves, which it took me forever to learn that the 2 are the back. Just like with the skirt pattern, when it has 3 notches, that's the back. And somebody was telling me about how I need to start cutting my, oh yes, cutting the notches outward, which my hands won't let me do because I'm left-handed, but here I am cutting with my right hand. I know you guys see it backwards, but I'm left-handed here. I'm left-handed, but I do mostly everything with my right hand. It's the weirdest thing. But they told me just make a snip. And so I want to start doing that instead of cutting the full triangle. Well, now I'm like, I'm so weird. I've already done these with triangles, so I'm going to just do it. But from now on, I'm going to do it with just the snip. The purple outfit, I was really happy with how the placement came out. How, like, the applique situation, like, I was really, really pleased with that. The fit was crazy. And it was crazy mainly because it's the same top that I used for the derby outfit, for the pink outfit, and then it was the skirt pattern that I've made 5 times before, and I could just tell my body changed just like a little bit already over the couple of weeks because swimming and outside, and we're mainly just eating fruits and vegetables, like not intentionally, just because it's too hot to eat anything else. I had this pencil that I liked. I think I linked these in one of my shorts. I found these pencils, a dressmaking pencil. And I like them way better than the marker. Because you guys know that I've had times where that marker decides it doesn't want to come out. Okay, and so then this gets 3 notches at the bottom. When I made this dress before, I finished this end with bias binding. I don't know if I'm going to do that again this time or if I'm just going to hem it. Okay. So here's our sleeves. Hey, Naturally Lovely. Yeah, Debbie, we don't do that. Life is stressful enough. We come here to get away from all of the things. We have all seen all of the things happening today, yesterday, and we just come here to not talk about them. Doesn't mean we don't think about them. It doesn't mean that I don't have opinions or thoughts, or I'm not a grown adult human with children that I worry about. But we just don't do that here intentionally. I can pretty much say that 99% of us here, we all pretty much share the same political beliefs. But I think the key thing is we all believe in just like decency, being good humans, being kind. If you go through the comments, you'll see the way people speak to each other. And that's just kind of our vibe here. And we love it like that. So no offense or anything, but that's just not what we do over here. There's plenty of places though. You can go do that on the internet. Trust me. You go down that rabbit hole and YouTube will feed you all you want to see. Okay. So I think I cut an 18, right, guys? Yes, because I cut my sleeves bigger because my other dress, when I made it before, it was like tight on the arms. So I marked this one at the top because that helps with matching up the sleeve head, like right at the top. And then these other dots, I mean, they all help, and we're gonna ease. But I don't know if we ease from like the whole scenario or if we ease from the dots. So I'm gonna read that part and see. I know we need to do the collar. We're gonna need to get some interfacing out for that. I'm like, let's do some easy things today we can get done that are still us making progress. Oh no. If we lost the instruction, I'm sure we can pull them up online, but I think this is it. Okay. Hi, Debbie. Yes, I definitely need to. I have a couple pair of smaller shears, and the kids have used them for all sorts of things. So I was just saying that I need new scissors. Even these need to be sharpened, but these are the Singer ones that I really, 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 really love. I'm always gonna look awkward anyway because I know you guys see it backwards, but I'm left-handed. But I do a lot of things with my right hand, but it always feels awkward and looks awkward. I'm starting to get a little used to it. So no, it's probably not the angle. It's probably definitely me. You guys tell me, what kind of angle do you want? Do you want to see what's happening down here? Okay. I'm trying to see how far we're gonna need to put some basting stitches in those sleeves. What do they want us to do? Oh, there should be a sleeve facing. So maybe that's what I fixed it with before. Yeah, not sleeve binding. Okay, so we have 7, which is our sleeve facing. And I've already cut the notches in those. Okay, so let's start there. We're gonna start with the sleeve facings. So piece number 7, we have 2 of those. And we're gonna match up the notches. Okay. I'm trying to drink more water to help with like the fatigue. I've been doing really good about my vitamins. Definitely helping. I'm taking like a PCOS vitamin, B12, zinc, and something else. And I'm starting to feel, I don't know if it's like placebo or what, but I'm starting to feel the difference. Okay, so these are 2 sleeve facing pieces. And what I could just pop a pin in. There we go. And so I know we're gonna have to finish one edge of that. So what it's telling us to do is, oh, it didn't want us to do the sleeve before the sleeve facing, but this is nothing. So joined unfinished. So we're going to do 13. That's with those. And then they're going to want to... Or do they want us to finish the unnotched edge first? It doesn't look finished. Oh yeah, we do it afterwards. Okay. And my machine needs to be serviced. I'm hoping it behaves itself. So I did the stitch and then a back stitch. And then we'll have to press this open. I got the iron plugged up. We'll press this open, and then we're going to finish this edge with like a narrow hem. Just like that. Can you guys see this good? Yes, they hijacked the shears, and I still have them, but nothing's sharp anymore. It's time for like a revamp of a lot of supplies. All right. So that's that on the facing, which we really weren't supposed to do yet. We were supposed to, at least it's done. We were supposed to do this sleeve. Hey, Miss Kathy. Okay, did we do it on both of them? Yes. So I was trying to see how far we put in the gathering stitches. That was the part I said, okay, sleeve. If you're doing rickrack braid, you're gonna baste it on the outside now, but I'm not doing that. Join, sleeve. Yep, so they don't tell us, oops. They don't tell us to put in the basting stitches, but if you can see, they're there on this illustration. So not the basting stitches, but like the easing stitches. And that's what I find so funny. Like this is like exact replica of the vintage instructions. So it never tells us that, but you can just see it there. And so we'll join the sleeve seam and then join the sleeve facing seam, which we've already done. And then we put those two together and slip stitch. Yeah. Then it says pin sleeve to armhole of bodice, right sides together, matching notches underarm seam, large sleeve circle to shoulder seam, and small circles on sleeve to corresponding circles on bodice. Draw up ease thread to make sleeve fit. So, yeah, we're supposed to do it, but it never tells us. But what I gather from the illustration is from the notches. So we'll stick those in, and then we'll seam it together. And I said I was just gonna work. I remember the beginning, I said I was gonna just follow the directions step by step. But sometimes the directions don't make sense. And sometimes when it comes to sewing, you do what you can that day. And I'm learning that, and it makes me want to sew more instead of being like intimidated by like, oh, today I have a really like difficult part of the project I need to work on or whatever. I can just like do what I can do. So like, oh, let's put the stitches in there. So it was from the notches. So I'm gonna set my machine to like a 5 and then make that a little longer. And a lot of people put in 2. I usually put in 2. I think I'm gonna put in 2 because sometimes I pull it out. And you usually do 1/4 of an inch from the edge. You see that? Let me slow it down. And backstitch at the beginning, but then not the end. We can speed it up a little bit faster. And then those sleeve facings will need to be slip stitched down. So that's some hand stitching. And I try to leave like a long thread. And then I'll do my other row going back the other way, just in case. Like I pull them out. I've done that before. And it just helps, like I'll go back and forth from side to side when I'm doing the gathering. I don't know if you're supposed to, but it works for me. So drop it in, back stitch. I'm trying to stay as close to the other row as I can without going over it, and then without going into my real seam allowance. Okay, so one's done. Let me catch up with the chat. And then we'll just do the same thing again here. And then I go back the other way. Mine went too fast. Okay. Let's see what you guys are chatting about. Yeah, we have like a heat advisory here too. Oh, thank you, CBS 12. Chrissy, your daughter is the same way. Oh, you got a projector, Reese? I might try again. I tried before, but it was a company that had sent it to me, and I couldn't figure out the calibration and all of those things, and it just did not go well. You'll have to let us know which one you have and if it worked well. And then I just never wanted to talk about it because, like, I didn't want to talk bad about the one that I was gifted, but there was nothing I could do with it. It was absolutely terrible. And it doesn't help that I'm like sort of challenged in that way. So I definitely would need one with easy calibration. But you guys have witnessed like that I have not had one good experience with a PDF sewing pattern. So that terrifies me. But I just feel like too, like I have so many sewing patterns. I want to learn how to just make the ones I have work for me. I really don't want to buy any more new ones unless it's just something like that I absolutely really love. Miss Kathy, we seen you. Hey, Naturally Lovely. We need to catch up, hon. Oh, yeah. Miss Kathy, you're sewing foul. Oh, I see. Yes, sugar, that makes perfect sense. It's like we're using the same ones over or different variations that are very, very similar. Like with a few alterations, we can like adapt the pattern. And I think the person who's like the perfect example of that is like Rachel Maxey. She makes all kinds of things, and the woman literally has like 10 patterns in her collection. Naturally, you're working on a simple Vogue dress. You'll have to send a picture because there is nothing simple about a Vogue dress. Buttonholes are always my thing, Christy. I've gotten a lot better. I say what I had to do was figure out the best settings for my machine when it comes to buttonholes. And one day I just was like playing around and then come to find out like the setting that I had been using for my buttonholes didn't like me. So I have like a lot of options up here for buttonholes. And the one that I liked did not like me. I switched which one I used and then play around like with tension and the length and all of that, and I've been doing much better with my buttonholes. But for a while it was like they were the scariest part of a project for me. Hey Keshna. Yes, YouTube be hating on me sometimes. Some days people can't even comment on my videos or shorts. It's a whole thing. No, Keshna, if you're talking to me, they let me keep it. And then we even tried to use it at my parents' house as like a movie projector, and we couldn't even get that to work. Hey, Dimps Designs, welcome. It's been going good. I love that for you. Is it like one of the? Oh, that makes me want to. I don't know. I'll probably put it away somewhere weird. Let me show you really quick. So I found this in my stash. It's a very easy Vogue. And I think this is something doable. But I want the right fabric because sometimes with these like very simple dresses, you want to make them like really cute. Like I need really cute fabric for like this. Or even just like a white cotton or something. I'm not sure. But what I like about it, it has the custom fit for the bra size. So I don't have to do a full bust adjustment or whatever. I say if you ever run across any of the very easy Vogues with the custom fit on the bra cup, get it. These are a win. So I might do this one just for fun, like to get back into the groove of sewing, because it looks like one of those things that could be finished like in 2 days tops. Okay, let's get the sleeves. So I made sure I went back to the proper settings because I've done that before after gathering things. And then I want to cut out the interfacing for the collar. So then that way when I go to the machine, to the iron board, I can do all that ironing at once. Like I can iron these seams open. I can iron the facing seams and the interfacing all at the same time instead of getting up 101 times. I do want to see what's going on with the back. The back and the collar, and I'll be happy. I'm surprised you guys can't hear the kids. They're supposed to be cleaning their rooms, so that way we can go to the birthday party. And I'm trying to figure out like how this works if they don't clean their rooms. Like we can't really miss, I don't want them to hear me. We can't really miss the birthday party. It's one of my husband and I's really good friend's son. Like we've been in his life his whole life. But I'm telling the kids, like, if they don't clean their room, we're not going. But that's really not an option. But their rooms are despicable. So hopefully when I come out of here, that's what they're doing, that the rooms are clean. And then the swimming every day and having to wash my daughter's hair every day is just a drama. Is that a thing? Am I supposed to be washing her hair every day because of the chlorine, or I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so now we have 2 sleeves. And see, I don't know. Like, I grew up with my mom. If you guys see my mom on the members only, she doesn't do hair. She keeps her hair very, very short. She is not a hair person. So she washes her hair every day. So she washed my hair pretty much every other day. And now I'm in the habit of doing it for myself. But I don't think I'm supposed to be doing it for my daughter. But I don't know about, like, having chlorine in it. And so I did ask my mom. She was like, she doesn't know. And then a funny thing is, when we were in Florida, so as I'm telling my mom, like, am I supposed to be getting the chlorine out of her hair every day? She was like, well, you didn't notice that at that pool in Florida that you didn't smell any chlorine? I was like, no, I actually just noticed that. So, yeah, that's a thing. Hopefully the pool was clean. But no, I didn't smell any chlorine. But the pool right up the street from our house, you can, the little neighborhood pool, you can smell the chlorine there. Okay. All right, so here we go with the back. And it's the upper bodice, because then it has this lower bodice situation that attaches to it. So this gets 2 darts, and then it has this hemline here, because it'll have like a little opening in the back of the dress that is so cute. So we need to get the darts transferred, the marks for those, and then make sure we have that hemline on there correctly. I'm gonna need a ruler. I like this little one. Okay. Oh, I didn't even think about that. It could have been a saltwater pool. Hey, Lisa. Okay, guys. I want you to see this. I'm gonna try to move this around. Okay, so now we're at piece number 3. I want to move this. So we got 2 darts happening. And this dot is the sleeve. Make sure I can see that. I don't mind using the marker for this. It's not going to show. And if I get my darts right, they won't show. I won't have to worry about the marker. So there's a dart. And then there's a dart here at the bottom of this. Okay. Oh, we better put that notch in. I don't know how I missed that one. Or did I? I did. I need my nails done so bad, but I'm waiting 1 more week. Next weekend is a friend of mine's birthday party, and they're gonna need to be done. So you guys are gonna be looking at these horrible ones for a whole nother week. Oh, we didn't cut that one in either. So the one at the shoulder. Okay. And then this hemline situation. Okay. I'll fold that out of the way to help me get this line straight. I don't think it is. Oh, it is actually, yes. So we got a straight line there. And then, let me see this. This is dirt. One. I know tomorrow we will have members only. So I'm looking forward to seeing members tomorrow. If you're not a member, think about signing up. It's got some things to get caught up with all of you guys about. So I do like Mondays very much. Okay, I think that was all of the markings. I'll just flip it over. And sometimes you can see through, but in this case, doesn't look like we can. So let me flip this over. Okay. There's that one for the sleeve. Dart legs. Pull this back. You know, I probably don't need it. I could probably make... I don't trust myself. If this reached, I would feel a little bit better. Maybe we need like a center dot. Yeah, that'll work. The top dart. I can't believe today's Sunday. It doesn't even feel like it. It feels like a Saturday to me. All right, not bad. So those are the front. And then we have the back. Okay. So let's get this dart pinned in. Members, I'll make sure to share you guys some photos with the kids today from the party. Let you know if they got their rooms clean or not. Even though we have to go anyway. I wish I could drop them off. You know, I've never dropped my kids off at a party yet. And no one has ever kept my kids but my parents. Well, and my goddaughters. Both of my goddaughters have babysat before. But outside of that, that's it. But now my son is 11, and I'm like, it's, I don't know. I know when I was 11, my older brother was 12, and we could stay home by ourselves. We were so much more independent. I think though I might have been a little too independent or a little too parentified. So I definitely have overcorrected um, with my kids. So now I'm like, tomorrow I need to go to the post office. It's literally a mile away to ship some patterns from my eBay shop. And I am going to leave my son here. I haven't decided if I'm going to leave my daughter with him or not. But worst case scenario, I'm gone 10 minutes and we'll see what happens. I'm going to be looking at the cameras, I'm sure, but I mean, we got to ease into this thing. I'm exhausted with having, it feels like I've been a mom to toddlers for 11 years. And we got to up the game on the independence. He's going to middle school in the fall, and it's definitely time. This kid literally just started taking the garbage out and has never loaded the dishwasher in his life. So this summer was supposed to be our summer of change and growth and independence. We'll see what happens. So far, I mean, did I do the one at the bottom? Yeah. And I always try to make sure I'm putting, when I do my darts, that I'm putting them in a way where I can pull the pin out easily. I know everybody, like some people pin them different. Some people don't have to pin them. I think once I get them in, like pinned and they're in the right spot, I don't really need the pins. But you just never know. I just feel better with the pins, like especially like this being such a small dart. But I think this dress is going to be really cute. I have the other dress that I made, not this same dress, which I do have, but the one I made out of this fabric before. And it was like one of the first dresses that I made. And I have to replace the buttons. I did covered buttons like before I really knew how to do covered buttons. And they all look like I have like 3 of them where they just fell off. The fabric did. So I need to replace the buttons, and then maybe I'll be able to wear that tomorrow. I recovered some already. I just haven't sewn them on. Okay, so this is what this looks like. This is the back. And then this is the lower back. And it's on fold. So, and then there's a dot for left side, leaving open. So I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick, and then we can put those in. Oh, we got 41 people on here. Anybody new, make sure you introduce yourself. You're never going to find a better group of people, a better welcoming group. Everybody here is friends at this point. We really, really love it here. So if you're new, make sure to say hi. Hi, Nails. Thank you, Keshna. This is very, very true. I needed to hear it so much. Thank you for that. I know it's the whole thing, and I'm trying to figure out like discipline and things like that I really didn't have to worry about before. And that's my thing, and that's me and my husband have a thing about, because he doesn't think like that I'm tough enough and all these things, and I'm like, I don't want to be. I want my son to do what I asked him to do just because I asked him to do it and because he respects me, not always keeping into mind that he's still just a kid. So we have to figure out some form of like discipline and consequences if you don't do what you're supposed to do and all of those things. Oh my goodness. And it feels like he's just turned 11, but he's already like got like that preteen attitude. It's a whole thing. Like I wasn't expecting it to happen so soon. But every day I'm literally just repeating myself like Groundhog Day. Okay, and so then I sew that like completely off the edge. I think you guys have seen me do darts before. I know a lot of you sew, but for any beginners. And then I take these tails and tie them into a knot. I feel like I did really good on that one as far as how the lines are. That dart looks good. And then I've learned to press these, to press it flat on the pressing hand at the top too. But I remember when a dart was like the scariest thing. This pen is in my way. Oh, and a back stitch. Oh, and I usually make it a tighter stitch when I get to the tip of the dart. And I forgot to do that. This one is not good. See how I missed it here? Like my stitches are seam ripper. So I want to make sure I get that right. Because that wasn't. Let's see how we do on this little one. And then I can remember to tighten it up. See, a lot of people say when you get to the top of the dart to tighten up your stitches. I don't know, I read that somewhere. I don't truly know how helpful it is. Okay, that one's way better. That was way better. We got that one on the lines. Okay, I'm gonna tighten it up. Uh-oh, didn't go up far enough. Okay. I'm gonna do it again. I didn't go up far enough. Okay, I think that looks good. I feel like though if I can ever see the marker, then I didn't do that good of a job. I think it looks good. I know it looks weird, right? For a back bodice piece. And then this one we need to find the seam ripper so we can be over. And I'm gonna catch up with the chat. Okay, what did I miss? You have to get a magnet, Naturally Lovely. Like this one's a magnet, and usually like see, I'll like roll it on the floor, just like across the floor or whatever to see if I dropped anything because there's carpet in here. And I think most, if you've been here a while, you know the story of Major going to school and telling the teacher that there's needles everywhere in her mom's room. And I was just like, you gotta say sewing needles, baby. you have to. This is your first one, Christy. Welcome. Yes, 15-year-olds are definitely capable of a lot. I know I was at 15. I promise you, I feel like I overcorrected. Like I wanted them to stay kiddos longer, as long as possible. But I definitely feel like I arrested their development. 100%. I think it's on me. And now I'm trying to fix it all in one summer before I send this kid off to middle school with kids that are almost grown ups. Oh, Christy, you've got twins. That's so exciting. With each one of my kids, we put in 2 embryos, and I just knew I'd end up with a set of twins. But with both of them, only one took. And so whenever my daughter is in her like diva mode, either me or my husband will say to them, well, she could have been 2. Krista, what do you mean is it oriented differently? Yes, the camera does mirror everything. It's weird. I've noticed that though on other lives, when you're doing it from your phone, that's just kind of the norm. Because I went in and checked my phone and made sure like mirror was turned off and everything. It's not me. I can get some like software for live streams that's so much better, but this is so convenient to be able to just like pop on from my phone when I want to and pop off. Like I don't have to, it's so low effort. But I think definitely for the sew-alongs, it needs to make sense. Oh, Nels, luckily me and her teacher are very close. So yes, she, I'm glad she said it to her and not anyone else. Um, Especially because I hardly do the school drop off. My husband mainly does it. And then when I do, it's usually because like he couldn't leave work in time or something. So when I show up, not looking my best self. So they might be like, Oh, a left-handed sewing machine. I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, it's not. That would be so awesome. Yes, Christy, I have a boy and a girl. But they're 4 years apart, and I think that's a little bit too long. I think they have both. I think like my son's the oldest. I feel like he's kind of shaved some years off of his age, and my daughter's kind of added some to hers for them to kind of meet, where they are. And I just think if I could do it again, I wouldn't have such a big gap. I think like 2 years is like max. If I could do it again, I definitely would, because she's doing things that are really mature for her age, as far as like the wanting to have the cell phone because he has one, and the video games that he has, and she doesn't want to do Barbies because he doesn't, or toys or whatever. And then sometimes I feel that he's a little bit more like coming down to her level. So it's a whole thing. If I could do it again, definitely would have had them earlier. Like closer together. Okay, I hope we get this dart right. Yes, we did. Okay. And that is sewing sometimes. Sometimes you have to. So these are 2 back pieces. We did the sleeves. We did the sleeve facing. All of that needs to be ironed. So we're done with that piece. Done with that piece. Okay. So our collar. I did mine out of the navy. And then my midriff is navy. And my skirt is gonna be navy. So the only thing like on mine that's this print, it's just like the top. I definitely think girls mature faster. Oh, welcome, Starseed Warrior. I'm excited for you. How you think you're gonna? So we were all Joanne girls until they closed down. So Fabric Mart is really good for sales and cheaper fabric. I also get fabric from Hobby Lobby and Mood if I need something fancy and I have any extra money. What do you think you're gonna start with sewing? Are you doing clothes or like quilts or what are you doing? Nails, I haven't found the best sales at Mood, but I'll just go there like when I need something particular or something that's a little like special or something. So we're excited. Welcome, Starseed. Let us know if you ever need any help. My email address is always in the description of full-length videos. You can always reach me. Let us know. We do, if you join memberships, we do members only Monday. That's just probably 10 or 15 of us. It's a pretty cool, fun time because it's closed to the internet. So if you want to join that, there's a lot of help and a lot of resources here. So we're excited for you. You're work. We get a lot of people. We get it. You don't have to explain. We get a lot of people who are just like at work and just listening. Okay. I think my time might be up though. I told my kids an hour. We got a birthday party. So I need to iron. I guess I could show you guys how this is gonna work. Let's do some ironing if you want to see. Okay. So I might need my smaller tailor's ham. Let me grab it. Is that a good angle? Okay, so these were the sleeve facings. I'm just gonna press open. Oh, this needs to warm up. I love starch. Some people don't. I really do. And then on the sleeve facing, the unnotched edge is gonna get finished. So I'm gonna fold that back about that much and press it just so it's already done. And then we'll need to, so that's the sleeve and sleeve facing. And then with our bodice backs, we'll need to iron the darts towards the center back and make sure you can get those looking good. And then we'll be good. And it's not a whole lot of practice, but not, I mean progress, but not bad for an hour, I don't think, especially when you're talking. And my iron needs water, of course it does. So I iron that up. And I'm just going to flip this and iron it a little bit. It's going to make it just easier for me when I go to stitch it down. They didn't say like how much, but that's going to be tucked inside the sleeve anyway, so it doesn't necessarily matter. And then we have a sleeve facing. I'll just do one of each just to show you. And then with the sleeve, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just stick this in here and press this seam open. I could have done it with my, because I don't have a serger, I use pinking shears. So I could have done that before I pressed it open, but I'll just go in and do it. And so that's it for that. And then how this will go is it'll be right sides together. So everything's always right sides together. Unless you're doing like a French seam. So how this will get faced is we'll match up those 3 notches. And that will get sewn all around there. And then folded in. And then we'll slip stitch that down and it'll give us a nice clean finish on that sleeve. So that's how that works. And then with our darts on the back, just give them a good press. And then I'll tie off these and clip them. I really like starch. And it makes the marker go away. And then this is the hemline. And if I remember correctly, that'll end up getting folded in like that and then fold it over. But we'll wait to do that so I can make sure I'm doing it right. And then that's the back. And on the front of here, I should be using a pressing cloth. I'm going to try to flatten this out. And I didn't know the importance of pressing hems, but they are important. Because really with the iron, you're like molding your fabric into place and to make it do what you want it to do. So I think we made some progress. Not a whole lot, but some. Tomorrow we will have our members only. You guys will have to let me know what's a better time for you all. Both my parents were in the military, sugar, so my mom is like 10 out of 10 on the ironing. 10 out of 10. And bed making. And towel folding. And so, yeah. Oh, Naturally Lovely. I hope you had a wonderful vacation. Yep, it definitely helps to use the pressing hem. I feel better ironing too. Now there's so much ironing, like with the sewing, it's like I don't iron my regular clothes as much as I used to. But I definitely iron my kids' clothes for school, their school clothes anyway, every day before school. So yeah, I think it's worth a little extra effort. So this is that facing. And I'm just pinning it on here. before it would get stitched. And hopefully we go back to Saturdays. I don't think we have anything going on next Saturday, but everything with these kids changes so quickly. And it's last minute. It's this one needs to be here, that one needs to be there. But hopefully we'll get back into more of a routine. That vacation was long. It was a little too long. Yes, and sock folding. So that's the sleeve. And then once we stitch that on and all that gets flipped in there, it's going to look so good and so clean. But I promised the kids an hour. I went over a little bit. I'm going to get ready and take them to a party. Thank you guys for being here. Please bear with me as I figure it all out. I'm trying so hard. You guys know I definitely wanted to work harder on my YouTube now that I'm not working outside or working from home or whatever I was doing that I'm not doing it. But the summer is like now a thing. Nope, Dimps, we do members only Monday, and we welcome. I'm glad you're here. And we do lives a lot. It's like I quit putting out full-length videos in exchange for lives. If I feel much more connected to everybody this way. It's much more fun this way. I make way less money, so if you guys want to leave a super thanks or anything, it's greatly appreciated. To my members, you are so appreciated, and I will see you guys tomorrow for our members only. And we'll get caught up on some stuff. There's a couple things I'm looking at. I haven't shown you my fabric from Florida yet, so a lot of things. So, oh, I want to crochet so bad. My mom is so good at it. I have just never been able to pick it up. I don't know if it's the weird left hand thing, the coordination issues. I don't know, but I can't. But yeah, I would love to be able to crochet. No, I definitely prefer lives over editing, for sure. Oh, Dims, you'll have to send me your channel. We'll give you a shout out. I would love to see what you work on. Hi, Reese. Thank you, sweetheart. It's called Dimps Designs. They probably won't let you share it in the chat, but if it's called Dimps Designs, we'll be able to find it. Oh, I have to think I want to give crocheting a try, Christy, because also I like to watch a lot of TV and lay down sometimes. So it's something you can do from the bed or the car or whatever, or sitting in a drop off or pickup or sports practice or whatever. So I do definitely want to give it a try. I think that's what I liked so much about putting the appliques on. It was just like something I could do from anywhere. Like I didn't have to be just in this room, like in the living room watching a movie with everybody. I was able to work on that and everything. So I really enjoyed it. So yes, I think I might give it a try. Yes, for sure. Makes sense. But thank you, Miss Kathy. Thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you. If it was your first time, I hope to see you again. Go to the community page and leave a post introducing yourself if you want to. Yeah, naturally, I'll have to go check that out. I want to see it. And then members, I will get a schedule sometime today to let you know what time to look for me tomorrow. Christy, it was nice chatting with you too. We're happy to have you here. I hope you really like it here, which I know that you will. I have never met a kinder group of people. And so super thankful. Happy Sunday. I'll see you guys. I'll see most of you guys because most of you are members. So I'll see most of you guys tomorrow for our crazy chats. I thank you guys. Appreciate you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye.